Good evening and welcome to Pine Creek High School. Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader here on 20 TV. Vince Greco alongside Dave Toller. Dave, we just watched the Liberty Lancers knock off the Eagles here at Pine Creek High School. I'm not so sure it's going to be that easy for Liberty to pull off a sweep tonight. The Eagles off to one of their best starts ever on the men's side since what I think you told me 2006, 2007. Very tough at home. The Lancers come in with a 6-7 record.
I think it's going to be a great game, Vince, because we have two of the best guards, not only in the city, maybe in the state of Colorado. Sean Boslavsky for Liberty, Grant Wilkinson for Pine Creek. They're going to put on a show for us tonight, but Pine Creek 10-2 overall, 3-1 in the conference. Liberty comes in 6-7 overall, 1-2 in the league. A big Colorado Springs Metro League game ahead.
Can't wait for the tip-off. It's coming your way momentarily. Don't go anywhere. More high school basketball action right here on 20 TV. The excitement is building here at Pine Creek High School as the Liberty Lancers invade Pine Creek and take on the Eagles here in what's going to be a key Colorado Springs Metro League matchup tonight. The Eagles come in at 10-2, 3-1 in conference. The Lancers 6-7, 2-1 in conference, Dave.
Good look at the starters right here. They're introducing Pine Creek. Their starting lineup: Max Lofi, Grant Wilkinson in the backcourt. There's a good look at Colton Yeager. He's starting along with Kenny Pham. In the middle is Peyton Westfall. They're just bringing him out right now.
The Eagles are always strong here at home. They've got a good crowd tonight. Their crowd's on their feet. The Lancer crowd is representing as both teams go to their respective benches. The Lancers already on the floor. Liberty comes in averaging 57, almost 58 points a game. The Pine Creek Eagles almost 66 points per game. Dave, I look at these high school kids, and I'm not that tall of a guy, but I don't remember. There's some big boys on this court.
There sure are, and one of them right in the middle, jumping center, Caleb Norwood at 6'4". He's going to jump center along with Colton Yeager, 6'5". A couple of big boys in the middle.
We are underway here at Pine Creek. Glad you're with us tonight at 20 TV. The Lancers control the opening tip. That is Smith directing the offense. Eagles come out in a man-to-man defense. Cutting to the basket quickly is Boslavsky, and it goes out of bounds, but you can see they are definitely going to try and get the ball into the hands of Boslavsky tonight.
Boy, and Boslavsky, he gets pressured everywhere. Everybody in this league knows how good of a player he is, how well he can score.
Turnover, and quickly the other way come the Eagles in transition. Layup is good, put in by Grant Wilkinson. We talked about Boslavsky. How about Wilkinson?
We talked about Grant Wilkinson, 18 points a game, fourth in the Colorado Springs Metro League. He picks up two quick ones right there for the senior guard.
Very quick pace early on in this first quarter. Lancers looking for their first points of the game. Eagles playing that man-to-man defense. Not a lot of movement in the paint. A lot of perimeter work by Liberty. Shot is blocked away. That was Wilkinson getting a hand on the shot of Dalen Smith.
Well, Grant Wilkinson is a player that can do a little bit of everything. He just blocked the shot right there. We talked about his scoring. He's also third in the conference in rebounding and assists. Picks up a block shot early in this game.
He's making his presence known early. Here he goes. Kicks it off in the corner. Eagles will kick that one back up top. Switch it down in the corner. Pham. Long three, high arcing shot is no good. That one was missed by Westfall, and the Lancers come back quickly.
Boy, both of these teams pushing the pace. Levi Valentine went up and got that rebound, got it to Boslavsky, and they bring it to the front court quickly.
Lancers slow it down here just a little bit. Kick it back up top. Eagles doing a really good job defensively. Smith, and it counts. Very confident shot put up and in by Dalen Smith.
Dalen Smith, 14 points per game. That's the 9-3 he's hit this season. As soon as he let it go, Vince, you said confident. He knew that was in. He just stood and watched it.
Yep, he sure did. You're going to have to get a hand in his face. Wilkins, nice spin move, baseline up top. Eagles drive, try and kick it back out. Boslavsky comes up with the steal, and he wants to go the other way. Quickly, he'll set up the offense. Still with the basketball, tries to shoot, and it is a foul going to be called against the Eagles. Man, is that kid quick.
He is quick. That was Max Lofi, the junior guard, called for the foul, and we'll take another look at it right there as Boslavsky tries to get into the lane. They got Lofi with the foul.
Lancers up one, ball down in the corner. Skip into the free throw line. Good ball movement by the Lancers, but the shot no good by Levi Valentine. Back the other way. Long three is missed by Pham. Goes over the backboard, and just like that, Lancers back in possession.
Yeah, Kenny Pham has 17 threes on the season. He's taken 2 already in this game and just missed off the iron.
Both teams a little cold here to start off, to be expected. They've been waiting a long time. As I said, this is the second game of the doubleheader, so they're tipping off a little bit later than normally here at Pine Creek High School. Ball comes right side. Boslavsky for three off the back iron. No. Nice rebound pulled down by Valentine. And there's Smith again for three. That one also hard off the glass or back iron. The other way comes the Eagles. Shot blocked away. Quick run to the basket by Lofi, and he is fouled.
Well, Max Lofi went out, got that rebound, and took it quick. Both of these teams really pushing the pace in this game. Lofi got it inside. Here's a good look as he's driving to the basket. The foul was called on the play on 15. Dalen Smith, his first. Max Lofi to the free throw line, a 78% shooter on the season.
Scores just about 9 points a game, does Lofi. Pretty good rebounder as well. Makes that first free throw. We have a tie game very early here in this contest. Lofi's second one is no good, and the rebound comes down to Valentine. Smith slows it up as he calls out the play to his Lancer teammates. Smith gets it back top of the key, nearly knocked away by Wilkinson. And Smith will regroup. Ball at the elbow. That's Norwood who had it, kicks it back out. Boslavsky. Boslavsky nearly lost it. Stop, shot, no. Rebound fought for Lofi and Boslavsky. They're going to call a jump ball, pretty quick jump ball whistle, and the possession arrow favors the Pine Creek Eagles.
Oh, and you can see early in this game, both teams just playing so hard, going up for that loose ball. Guys hitting the deck. You got to love the intensity in this game.
No doubt about it, and we knew that going in. These schools are only about 2.5 miles apart, so there's a good rivalry. Pham for three, nope. I guess to be exact, if I was to bring out Google Maps, 1.9.
You were pretty close with it.
That's what I thought. Lancers go baseline. Shot was put up and blocked. Rivas had the shot blocked away by the Eagles, and back comes Pine Creek. Pham has it. Will hand, whoa, near turnover, and he will be called for the travel as Pham doesn't believe it, but a good job of defending by the Lancers to make him pick up that dribble.
Great job. It was Sean Boslavsky that got in there, and Kenny Pham was looking for a handoff. He couldn't hand it off because Boslavsky was coming in, and as he maintained control, he gets called for traveling.
Rivas missed the shot. Eagles will regroup. Wilkinson, the senior, controlling up top, working against Smith. Yeager has checked in for Pine Creek. Shot, high arcing three, and that was pretty. Peyton Westfall knocking down the three and giving the Eagles a 3-point advantage.
That's the top 3-point shooter in the Colorado Springs Metro League, number 30 on the season for Peyton Westfall.
The Lancers coming back, trying to answer. Rivas throws it down in the corner. Boslavsky at the elbow. Driving hard, and they try and dump that one off to Caleb Norwood, and a foul is going against the Eagles, number 23, Peyton Westfall.
Well, and you can see the size advantage that Liberty has down low, and they're trying to utilize that. Caleb Norwood at 6'4", Dalen Smith at 6'4", Rivas 6'3", Valentine 6'4". They've got good size throughout the lineup. They tried to go to the basket, and they draw the foul.
They really do. Ball comes back up top. Valentine now. Boslavsky head fakes, has to pick up his dribble. They are not giving him much space anywhere tonight. He's got it back again, and there are two Eagles on him. Has to pick up the dribble, needs some help from his teammates. Tries to throw up a shot, probably could have been a foul called on the play, as you can hear the crowd thinking Max Lofi had his arms draped all over Sean Boslavsky.
Good shot of Sean Boslavsky right there, and Ivan Chambers, the head coach of Liberty, is telling me before the game, everybody knows about Sean Boslavsky. They pressure him all over the place. He just keeps a good attitude, sticks to his game.
Wilkinson, among the sea of red shirts, cannot get it to go. Boslavsky, coast to coast, got it. That's what the Lancers were looking for. And that's what Boslavsky may need to spark his game here in this first quarter.
And he can do a little bit of everything. He can go to the bucket, he can shoot the three, but boy, you just love the pace of this game, up and down by both teams.
Back come the Eagles. Scoop layup is no good, and hard to the floor goes Colton Yeager. Gets up quickly, but you could hear the thump all the way over here.
Sure could. The foul's going to go against Caleb Norwood. We'll take another look at it. Here comes Sean Boslavsky right at you, into traffic. 3 white jerseys all around him, gets the shot to go.
He's got such good control and is not afraid to take it in against those 6'4" guys.
Speaking of 6'4" guys, here's a 6'5" guy at the free throw line, Colton Yeager. Misses his first free throw.
Second free throw by the junior is up and in. Eagles up 2, under 2 to go in the first quarter of play. Rivas slowly brings it up. Throws it over to Norwood. Lancers looking to be a little bit more patient on this possession. Norwood, stop, can't get it to go. That goes off, and the Lancer, last touch by the Lancers, and Pine Creek will have it again.
Well, one of the keys to the game that Pine Creek coach Joe Roush gave us was limit Sean Boslavsky as much as possible. He said it won't be easy. They've limited him 2 points already in this game. They want to control the glass, and so far they've done a good job rebounding.
Pham tried to kick that one back up top to Yeager. Yeager controls. Big fella kicks it down to Pham in the corner. Stops, pops, swatted out of bounds by Norwood, but they're going to say that was a foul called against number 3. It was at Grant Wilkinson.
That's Levi Valentine. Here comes Pham on the play. Just got him right on the arm. Pham pulls up for the little mid-range jumper right on the baseline, and here's Kenny Pham, the junior, at the free throw line.
Free throw number 1 was just about an all-around good free throw, but falls out.
Already 3 misses from the free throw line tonight by Pine Creek. Pham's a 77% free throw shooter on the season. He will get a second one.
At the next whistle, Cameron Horton will check in for Pine Creek. Free throw is good. 8-5 Eagles, and Horton is in the game, and he will replace Pham.
There's Cameron Horton, the junior.
Unlike the girls game we watched prior to this one, not a lot of full court pressure early by either one of these teams, letting both teams advance the ball, set up the offense. Ball poked out of bounds, really quick hands by Lofi. Ball will stay with Liberty. They will inbounds. Boslavsky will do the honors.
How good of a defender is Max Lofi when he draws the assignment of going against Sean Boslavsky in a man-to-man offense, and he's done a nice job so far.
And no doubt about it. And we saw how quick that first step was. Smith wants the 3. Nope. Rebound comes down high up, and bringing that in was Caleb Norwood, and that will allow the Lancers to set up the offense one more time. Norwood gives it back up front. Looks like the Lancers will play for the final shot here of this first quarter. Boslavsky down to Norwood. Ball over his head, skips it cross court. 10 to shoot. Rivas has to get rid of it, does so. Smith, Boslavsky, ball in his hand, shot is on the way, and it goes, and there is the horn, and that is a big bucket, pulling the Lancers to within 1 after 1 quarter of play.
What a great shot by Boslavsky as he pulls up in traffic, gets the bounce, a great look at the senior guard.
8-7 after 1, quarter number 2 coming your way. Sean Boslavsky will take you to the break here on 20 TV. 8-7, Eagles lead the Lancers here at Pine Creek High School. I am Vince Greco alongside my broadcasting partner tonight, Dave Toller. Good quarter of basketball, not a lot of points, but some good back and forth action, Dave.
It really was, Vince. I mean, good action, great tempo and pace to this game, and we saw a great shot at the end of that quarter to get the Lancers a bucket and a travel right off the bat by Liberty.
One too many steps taken by Caleb Norwood. Wanted to pass it, but at the last second came back down and he's called for the travel. Eagles with possession. Walking the ball up the floor is Grant Wilkinson. Wilkinson has it back. Gets around a defender. Cannot get it to go. And up high for the rebound was Dalen Smith. And here he comes. Wants to go to the basket. His shot is no good. And it bounces down to the Eagles. Wilkinson, one to beat. Layup, Lofi, no good. Good fast break point attempt by Pine Creek. Can't get it to go. And then another three ball is missed by the Eagles as well. I'll tell you what, when Wilkinson and Lofi are running the fast break, I feel like I'm watching a 100-meter dash.
Is it? That was quick.
Rivas off the glass, no. Rebound comes down to Yeager. And here come the Eagles in a hurry. Ball in the corner, three on the way. Yes! That is Peyton Westfall, the junior, for three.
His second three of the game. That thing brings down rain when it gets up there, but it finds the bottom of the net. He's 2 for 2 from behind the arc.
The next remodel they do here at Pine Creek, they may have to elevate the ceilings another 10 feet or so. Boslavsky. Lancers have it in the corner. Norwood in no hurry, finally gives it off to the playmaker. Goes to the right side, stops, pops, and no, that one's off the front of the rim. Ball poked around. Smith had it, lost it, foul called against Pine Creek. They will stay right here. Looks like Lofi will be called for the reach-in foul.
And they will call that on Max Lofi. 2 fouls already in this game for the junior guard, Max Lofi. Lancers will take it out of bounds.
Senior Tyler Lynch checking in for the Lancers. 6'1" player, averages about 6 points a game. Eagles up in this one by 4. Lancers have the basketball. Rivas, top of the key. Brings it back out, gives it off to Valentine, who will be called for an offensive foul as Colton Yeager had position and gets the offensive foul.
And second foul of this game on Valentine. The senior will take a look at it right here coming in. Yeah, he did. He got the elbow up and he was in pretty good shape. It looked like he was going to spin back to his right. We pulled up, he got the elbow up. Levi Valentine picks up foul number 2.
Another substitution for the Eagles. Perry Guidry has checked in, a 6'3" junior. Another high arcing shot, and there it is again. Peyton Westfall, as you said, Dave, man, that's got a lot of arc on it.
Holy cow, he's got 9 of their 14 in this game so far as the Eagles take a 7-point lead.
Lancers are going to have to get out and put a hand in Westfall's face. Valentine down to Rivas. Guarded by Horton. Trying to get it into Boslavsky, no dice. Back down to Valentine. Lancers are really working hard offensively. They just can't get inside of that Eagles defense. Smith does. Shot, good, and a foul, blocking foul. That one will count, and Smith will go to the free throw line for the and one.
Really nice play by Dalen Smith. We'll take a look at it right here. It comes right off of the pick set by Boslavsky. Tries to spin between 2 defensemen, draws the foul. Dalen Smith goes to the line. He's got 5 points in this game already. A substitution for Liberty. Bryce Kazuski comes into the game.
So both of these coaches, Joe Roush and Ivan Chambers, using their bench early here in this basketball game, and the pace that it's been going back and forth, you can see why these guys need some fresh legs.
Well, absolutely, and a couple of guys with early fouls for Lofi. For Pine Creek has 2, Valentine has 2 for Liberty.
Eagles still up 4. Wilkinson just inside the arc, takes it in, is pushed a little bit, does not get the shot to go. Ball is not going to be saved. I thought for a moment there that Guidry was going to throw that one back in, but stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
Be the 4th turnover of the game so far for Pine Creek. Liberty with 3. Both teams very even in that category early on in this one.
Lancers have it. Smith thought about the 3. Instead, will back it out and set up the offense. Tried to throw it to his guard, Tyler Lynch. Turnover. Eagles try and capitalize. High arcing shot again off the back iron, no good, and a nice rebound by Rivas, who then proceeds to nearly throw it away. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Cameron Horton.
Yeah, Rivas was trying to hit Boslavsky, slashing down the far side, threw that one out of bounds, but tipped up and out of play, and the Lancers remain in possession.
Lancers have it. Lynch down in the corner. Kazuski will give it back up top. They get it inside to Kazuski and knocks it almost out of bounds. Quick hands again by Horton. He's playing some pretty good defense for the Eagles. Up top, 3 on the way, short. Rebound comes back down to Lynch. He'll try it again, and he gets it to go off the glass. So good job of following your shot and making that second effort count.
Tyler Lynch, the senior guard, gets his first bucket of the game, picks up a rebound as well.
Here's Wilkinson very quickly out in the corner. Here we go again. Westfall, you better believe it. The kid can't miss. You better guard him because he's not missed yet here in the second quarter.
He is 4 for 4 from three-point land. He's got 12 in this game.
Smith running the offense. Every time the Lancers get a bucket, the Eagles have an answer. Boslavsky backs it up. Kazuski tries to feed it inside to Smith, and we will have a foul go against the Eagles. Number 3, that's Grant Wilkinson.
Wilkinson picks up his first foul of this game, and boy, it does seem like Pine Creek has an answer for everything. They're up 5 in this one. Liberty's getting 2s at one end. Pine Creek's getting 3s. I'm not great at math, but if that continues, it'll be a good night for Pine Creek.
I think you're onto something there, Professor. Boslavsky knocks it down, nothing but net, and there's a 3 answer for the Lancers. And we've got a timeout on the floor taken by the Liberty Lancers. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. And the last couple of possessions, Dave, it's been a 3-point clinic by both of these teams.
It really has been. We'll take a look right here. There's Dalen Smith. Boslavsky coming off of the pick. He's about 4 feet behind the 3-point line. They're defending him everywhere. Sean Boslavsky, good look at him right there. He's got 7 points in the game, averages 17 per contest, and that's about as open a look as he's had all night long, and he knocks it down.
And he does a great job of creating space. Off that inbounds play, that ball was in his hands, and less than a second later, it's up, and it was good. But you got to look at the other end, too. Peyton Westfall, somebody better put a hand in that kid's face.
Absolutely. I know the other night in the NBA, there was a stat with Klay Thompson, had 44 points. I think he dribbled 4 times. I don't know if Peyton Westfall has dribbled yet tonight. You talk about a catch-and-shoot player. He's got 12 in this game.
And that's why they don't call you the best color guy in the business, Dave.
They do?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Foul called against the Eagles.
21, Colton Yeager picks up his first.
Lancers have the basketball, looking to tie this game up or perhaps take the lead. At the next whistle, Blake Hatchell checking in for Pine Creek. Kazuski gives it to Boslavsky for 3 again, and the kid is feeling it. Back-to-back 3-pointers from Sean Boslavsky.
He knew that one was in as soon as he let it go. He just started backpedaling to the other end.
And the Lancers are up 1. Other direction. Oh, the first miss for Westfall, but the rebound comes down into the hands of Perry Guidry, and it'll stay with Pine Creek.
We'll take a look at that last shot that was taken by Sean Boslavsky. Here it comes right here. Look how deep he is when he takes that shot. He's being defended out there, nothing but net. And then at the other end, Peyton Westfall proves he's human. He finally missed a 3, but Pine Creek remains in possession.
Eagles will inbound the basketball, and that's a turnover. Here comes Boslavsky for the layup. It's up and it's good. Lancers are on a roll, up 3 with 2:20 to go. Eagles have it on their home court. They've been very good here this year. As we said in the pregame, off to their best start since 2006, 2007, and a turnover. Here come the Eagles the other way. Horton, the shot, he's got it. And the Eagles are down, have tied this one. That was a 3-ball. The officials are going to talk about it. It looked like it may have been a 2, but right now the score is 20-20. Take another look. Horton is well beyond the arc. Count it, and we've got a tie game, Dave.
The discussion between the officials was one called it a 2 on the floor, one called it a 3. They came over. They didn't even need video. They got that one right. He was a good 6 inches behind the line, and he knocked it down.
Rivas brings it up for Liberty. Kazuski. Fresh guy into the lineup is Jordan McKay, just a freshman, just called up to the varsity in the last week or two. Boslavsky wants it again. That one's a little short off side rim. Wilkinson brings it the other way for Pine Creek. Down in the corner, back to Wilkinson. Pace of this game just keeps getting faster and faster. Horton. And a travel is going to be called against Perry Guidry as he tried to cut the gap between two Eagle defenders.
You know, early in this game, we talked about the defense of Max Lofi for Pine Creek on Sean Boslavsky. He had 4 points in the first quarter. Well, Lofi is out with 2 fouls. Into the game comes Perry Guidry, and in this quarter, Boslavsky has 8, so a little difference. He's a tough guy to guard.
Rivas drives, kicks it back up top. Kazuski had it, hands it off to Smith. Smith will take it. Shot. Yes! Hits just about every part of the rim, and he gets it to drop, and the Lancers take a 2-point advantage.
Boy, back and forth we go in this game. Good look by Dalen Smith as he got inside.
Long ball again. That's Horton. Is anybody going to miss here in the second quarter? If anything's going to slow down the pace of this game, it might be the striped shirts as they are going back and forth. Take another look at the high arcing 3-ball of Cameron Horton coming right at you. Nice job, Timmy Saratori.
Oh, great look right there. Cameron Horton, the junior, coming off of the bench, hits back-to-back threes in this game, and then coming down the other end, it was Horton that was called for the foul. This is Dalen Smith at the line for the second time tonight.
Bonus time for the Lancers. Smith missed the free throw. Ball goes out of bounds. Good hustle by number 1, Jake Blunt, who is checked in for the Pine Creek Eagles. 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Back-to-back action. Ball goes inside. Down in the corner. Blunt has the shot blocked. Here comes Boslavsky. He'll slow it down as the Lancers may want to play for the last shot of the second quarter. Boslavsky working against Perry Guidry. 5 to shoot. Here he goes. We saw it at the end of the first. Losing control. Long ball, length of the court, off the glass, and no good by Cameron Horton. I'm shocked that that one didn't go in because everything else the Eagles threw up from beyond the arc basically went in that second quarter.
Oh, he sure did. What a great quarter that was as the Eagles have a 1-point lead at the half.
We're going to catch our breath, grab a snack or two, come on back. We'll have some highlights and talk more about this one right after this on 20 TV. We have a close one here at Pine Creek High School. We've reached halftime, and the Eagles lead by a point over the Liberty Lancers. And after a slow first quarter where there were not a lot of points scored, I think it was 8-7 after one quarter, man, did these teams explode in the second quarter. And it was a three-point clinic put on by both of these teams. Early for Pine Creek, that's Peyton Westfall. He's got a high arcing shot, but it drew nothing but net damn near every time he threw the ball up.
Oh, it really did. He went 4 for 5 from three-point land, 12 points in the first half for Peyton Westfall. There's another one deep in the corner.
And then on the other side, you can't say enough about the playmaker Sean Boslovsky, as when he got going, he really sparked his team, and he too has a great looking shot. That one, as you called during the game, was about 4 feet outside the arc, an NBA three-pointer. And look at that one. How far out can you go? That kid has no range. He can hit from anywhere.
He sure can. Here's a shot of him coming right down the lane with a left-handed layup. He can do it all. He's got 2 threes. He's got 3 twos in the first half. He had 12 as well. Both of those players with more than half of their team's points in the first half.
I can't wait for the third quarter to start. We're about 6 minutes away from tip-off. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half right after this on 20 TV. We are just about set for the third quarter here at Pine Creek High School. The Eagles are back out on the floor. The Lancers are on the bench, and they're coming out of the locker room as we speak. I would like to have been the fly on the locker room of both of these coaches to see what the strategy is going to be here in the third quarter.
Well, you like the way both teams shot it, but I'm sure they both need to take care of the ball a little bit better. Liberty with 7 turnovers in this game, Pine Creek with 6, and they had some at key times on possessions in that game. But boy, the way each team shot the basketball, each coach had to be happy with that.
And we don't often say this, but the officiating crew's done a pretty good job here in the first 2 quarters, keeping the play under control, kind of keeping the whistle to a minimum. We'll see if that holds up here as we are underway in quarter number 3. Sean Boslavsky with the basketball, sends it over to the right side. Down around the blocks is Norwood. Lancers being a little more patient here early. Smith from the elbow, yes. Good patience by the Lancers to strike first in the third quarter.
Really nice 2-man game over there with Caleb Norwood down on the block. Dalen Smith, they went inside, outside, back in, and then Smith got a good look from the elbow and he knocks down the shot.
Lancers applying some pressure defensively. Wilkinson will take the shot, doesn't get it to go, and boxing out nicely is number 3, Levi Valentine. Rivas will give it back up top. Boslavsky. The pace is a lot slower, Dave, than the first 2 quarters. They really have slowed it down, working the inside game, and there's Norwood for an easy layup, and boy, that was a thing of beauty offensively that time for the Lancers.
Great pass by Levi Valentine, who was in the lane, needed to get rid of it quickly, drops it off for Norwood. Caleb Norwood gets his first basket of the game.
The Eagles like to play an up-tempo game, and so perhaps the strategy of the Lancers will to slow it down and work it around and really make Pine Creek work for a quality shot here offensively. That is how you do it. Max Lofi responds with a 3, and that brings the Pine Creek crowd to their feet as they have tied this basketball game at 26.
A good look from Lofi out of the corner. He missed most of that second quarter with those 2 fouls.
Rivas misses, gets it back, tries again, no, and the rebound comes down into the hands of Colton Yeager. Pine Creek bench yelling, let's pick up the pace. Pham down in the corner. Lofi made it from the other side from that spot. Gives it back up. Bounce inside. Yeager, off the foot of Lofi. Ball's on the floor, and we've got a foul called against the Eagles as Max Lofi pounds his chest saying, my bad.
Oh, and that's something Pine Creek does not want to see. Max Lofi just picked up his 3rd of the game right there. Dalen Smith was going after that loose ball, and Grant Wilkinson was there as well. Lofi came up from behind, picked up his 3rd. Liberty will take control.
Back across the half-court stripe. Augustin Rivas. I'll hand it off to Boslavsky. Again, very patient movement by the Lancers. Smith one dribble and gives it off. Boslavsky at the free throw line, jumps, gives it back to Smith. Smith will take the shot, fouled, and it will not count, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
And again, it was Boslavsky got in the lane. The defense of Max Lofi comes up on Boslavsky. He had to get rid of that pass. Dalen Smith picked it up, and there's Dalen Smith taking that shot, just missed it, was fouled on the play.
And Pine Creek has taken a 30-second timeout as Coach Joe Roush wants to talk to his team about what Liberty is doing here. Before, Dave, in those first 2 quarters, they were really flashing through the lane, trying to find those big guys underneath. This third quarter, Ivan Chambers has his guys just really methodical and really slowly working that perimeter.
And before the game, Ivan Chambers, one of his keys he gave us was control the tempo. We didn't know he would change the tempo like he has been. Like you said, Vince, first half was up and down. This is much more of a half-court game, and they're getting it done inside. Dalen Smith already with 2 in this half, and he is at the free throw line.
Smith at 6'4", a very smooth player, doesn't lack in any confidence. He is not afraid to take it inside, and he's got a nice looking shot from outside as well.
Came into this game averaging almost 14 points per contest. He has 10 already in this one.
Free throw is good, and that will give the Lancers a 1-point advantage.
He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight.
Crowd trying to make some noise here. And it works, but I think we're going to have a lane violation as one of the Eagles players was in the paint. I guess they'll call that against the Lancers in the paint too quick.
I think it was on the shooter, Smith. As soon as he let that ball go, he stepped in a little too quick. He missed it anyway.
Here comes the full court pressure. So Ivan Chambers has really switched things up in this third quarter. Defensively, they've come with a full court press, which the Eagles break nicely. Pham will bring it back up top. There's a quick looking shot and it drops. Peyton Westphal picking up where he left off in that second quarter, and a big basket for Pine Creek.
Huge basket for Pine Creek. Puts the Eagles up by 2. Westphal's 5th 3 of this game.
Lancers working that spread offense. Now they try to get it down inside, knocked out of bounds. That was Smith looking for Boslavsky, who was cutting hard to the basket.
That's a tough entry pass from Boslavsky, one of the smaller players on the floor, running down the baseline before it got tipped out in that play.
Liberty under 5 to go in the third quarter with the basketball. Valentine has it down in the corner, and again the Lancers are in absolutely no hurry. They are going to wait until they find their shot. This is Norwood in the paint, needs to get out to avoid the 3-second call, and he does. He'll come up and set a pick now. Wow, from NBA three-point line, Boslavsky misses that one, and it will go off of Pham and stay with the Lancers.
A little pick and pop play right there as number 11 Caleb Norwood came out, set the screen, and then he rolled underneath, and it was because of Norwood down low that ball went off of Pine Creek.
What a nice inbounds play. A quick foul called against Pine Creek as Dalen Smith got great position inside on the inbounds play.
And they're going to call that one on number 3, Grant Wilkinson. That is his 3rd as well. So each of those guards for Pine Creek have 3 fouls, Lofi and Wilkinson.
That could be a problem later on in this game. Norwood needs to pick it up, or starts his dribble. And Smith cuts back to the left. Nearly lost it. Boslavsky has it. He has to pick up the dribble. Smith wide open down the lane. That was a good job of defending. It really was by Colton Yeager. Smith recognized it, stopped, and just shot over the top of the big fella.
Great job of body control by Dalen Smith. It looked like he wanted to go all the way to the bucket. He had Yeager in front of him, pulled up, and does a great job. Nice hustle by both players on the floor.
Dalen Smith on the floor for the loose ball, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Pine Creek. They will inbound in front of their own bench at this game, tied at 29. Really quick movement by the Eagles. Lofi passes inside. Yeager has it back to Lofi. He'll drive, jump stop, kicks it outside. No. And the ball knocked out of bounds off the hands of a Lancer player. I thought Peyton Westphal may have knocked that one out. He was flying down the lane.
Substitution, Cameron Horton comes back in, going out for Pine Creek. Colton Yeager, that was Grant Wilkinson. He just can't find his shot tonight. Comes into this game averaging almost 18 per game. He has just 2 so far.
Westphal again. Nope, not this time. Ball poked around. Lofi will come down with it quickly over to Wilkinson, and he's got it. You talked about the last game. They hear those announcers talking. He responded.
Sometimes they do. He needed to find his shot. He got a good open look. Wilkinson's first 3 of the night.
And that puts the Eagles back up by 3. Rivas down low, kicks it back out. Smith thought about the 3, working against Wilkinson. Rivas will take the 3, and he's got it. It's a 3-point clinic. We talked about it at halftime, and this is a heavyweight fight. Back-to-back 3-point blows. Lofi sets up the offense. Down in the corner, Pham goes baseline over the big fella, and he floats that one in.
How about that ball movement by Pine Creek? They made about 5 passes quickly.
And there is Sean Boslavsky for 3. And a timeout on the floor taken by the Liberty Lancers as they have taken a 1-point advantage. This will be a full timeout. So we will step aside momentarily, back with the rest of the third quarter right after this on 20 TV. While the teams were on the bench, the crowd's getting into it. Take a look at that great shot by Sean Boslowski. He has come to play. Down in the corner, Rivas for three, and the Eagles find themselves down 1 to their crosstown rival, the Lancers, which is really only about 3.2 miles away. Back to action, Lofi. Westfall, Lofi. Lancers back now in a zone defense. Looks like they want the Eagles to try and shoot outside. They're trying to take away the inside game of Pine Creek. Westfall has to pick up his dribble. We'll hand it off to Lofi. Just over 2 to go. Nice move between the legs. Shot doesn't go. Rebound to Rivas. And here come the Lancers. They'll set up the offense. Have had a lot of success with this in the third quarter. Smith picks up the dribble. Inside, ball knocked away. And I believe we will have a foul called as Levi Valentine was taking that one to the basket.
See who they get on this one. That is going to be on, they
Kenny
call that
Pham?
on 11. Kenny Pham,
yes.
his first. Yep.
Checking in will be Blake Hatchell at the next whistle for Pine Creek. As Levi Valentine steps to the free throw line, knocks down the first free throw. Valentine, good rebounder for the Lancers, just about 5 per game. Scores 5 points per game.
Made his first free throw, 6 rebounds already in the game. Nice looking left-handed shot here from Levi Valentine.
That one's a little short. And here comes Lofi bringing it the other way. Max will pull it back out, give the ball over to Horton, who loses it, and quickly the other way come the Lancers. Kazuski is checked into the game. Nice pass underneath. Valentine head fake and scores. Horton didn't have a chance on that one. Great presence of mind by Levi Valentine with the head fake.
And a beautiful pass by Augustin Rivas to find him down low.
Pham baseline. Has 2 Lancers on him, and they will set it back up. Hatchell. Pham wants the 3. No, strong. And there is Boslowski coming up with a rebound. Ivan Chambers telling him to bring it out, slow it down, and he thought, oh boy, did I want that. And he nearly turned it over. Head fake. Back outside. Rivas for 3. No, and no foul underneath. And then there will be a call against Valentine, I believe. Great job boxing out by Cameron Horton down low.
Yeah, it really was a nice job of getting position, and they are going to get to Bryce Kazuski instead of Valentine. Both guys were down there. I thought it might have been on Valentine. That would have been his 3rd. That's a good break for Liberty, as Kazuski, who had just come off the bench, picks up his first of the game. And coming back into the game, senior Tyler Lynch for Liberty. Substitution for Pine Creek. Jake Blunt comes in. He'll replace Grant Wilkinson.
And also for the Lancers, number 1, Elijah Armstead has checked in, a 5'8" senior. So some fresh bodies. Boslowski has taken a seat for a brief rest. We don't see that a lot here in the final minute of the third quarter. Quick ball movement by Pine Creek. Nice pass inside to Horton. He's cut off nicely. Eagles still working that perimeter really quick. Lofi wants it, can't get it. There's Pham for the rebound. He'll bring it back out with 18 seconds to go. Pham, yes! From the corner in front of his own bench, and the Eagles have cut the lead to 1. We've got a foul called as
this is going to be the 4th on Max Lofi right here. And boy, we'll take a look. The last shot here. This is Kenny Pham. Dribbles back to where he finds a little space. Pham's got 6 points in this game.
substitution for Pine Creek. Perry Guidry has checked back in. Lancers not yet in the bonus. Neither team in the bonus. They've got 8.7 seconds to shoot. Smith throws it back to Kozlowski. Here he comes, 6 seconds to go. Crosses half court, goes right side, gives it to Smith. He'll launch for three, and it is strong, and that is how the third quarter comes to a close. And what a barn burner it was. After three, the Lancers trying to pull off the upset here at Pine Creek High School as they lead this one by a point. Back with the fourth quarter right after this on 20 TV. (38-37), Lancers up by one. Both student sections really starting to get into this one. They have not sat down this entire game. It's been a quick game. It's been an entertaining game, and I can't wait for the fourth quarter.
It should be a good one, Vince. Everybody's into this. Good crowd here, and we are as well. Two of the best teams in the conference doing battle here. Pine Creek coming in number 13 in the state RPI, and Liberty giving them everything they want in this one.
Rivas bounces inside to Valentine. The big fella, left-handed shot, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. Rivas wants the three, no, off the front, but there's Valentine working again, and he is fouled. The Lancers really working hard down low, getting those offensive rebounds.
Boy, how about Levi Valentine? Picked up 3 rebounds down low, gets fouled on the play. He'll go right back to the free throw line. And coming in after the whistle, we can see Grant Wilkinson, the leading scorer for this Pine Creek team. Been held to 5 points so far. He'll come in after the whistle.
Ball rolls around the rim and drops for Valentine. Checking in for the Eagles, Grant Wilkinson back in the game. As you mentioned, he's got 3 fouls, I believe. Lofi has 4 fouls, so they've got to be careful with the guard play due the Eagles of Pine Creek. Second free throw, no good. Pulled down by Pine Creek. Wilkinson speeds it down the court. Now Pine Creek will set it up offensively. Lancers still playing that zone. Hatchell picks up the dribble. Horton looking for a player. Had a cutter to the basket, missed him. Ball back out in front to Wilkinson. Good job of defending, and that is Hatchell, who misses the jumper from just inside the arc and patiently bringing the ball up the floor. The Liberty Lancers holding on to a 2-point advantage. Rivas, there's Valentine. He's open again underneath, loses the handle. Wilkinson comes up with it. He'll push the pace for Pine Creek. Cross court to Hatchell. Good job by Rivas, not allowing the Eagles to get that one set up. Bounce pass to the free throw line, kicked outside, long ball, no, missed by Jake Blunt. Ball's on the floor, and the officials are going to call a jump ball. I think Coach Roush was trying to get a timeout, and they're going to give it to him.
Yep, he did get it. Dalen Smith had gone up and got that rebound, and then coming in from behind, one of the Pine Creek players, that may have been Horton, swatted it away, grabbed control of it, and that led to the timeout call as Pine Creek has the ball.
So Pine Creek did call the 30-second timeout, and that really was to keep possession. They did not want to lose possession as they're down in this one by 2. And as we've seen in the third and fourth quarter here, every possession is going to make a huge difference to these teams.
It really is. I mean, we've seen a great ball game already, but the hustle by both teams. Dalen Smith went up for Liberty, got that rebound, thought he was in the clear, got his pocket picked from behind, and now Pine Creek gets another possession.
So we talked about a chess match in the ladies game. Here comes a full court, full-blown Inbounds pressure by the Lancers, and it's stolen away. And guess who? Sean Boslowski. Great call defensively by the Lancers.
Great hustle by Boslowski to pick up that inbounds pass and go down and get the layup.
Here's Wilkinson. No, that ball was halfway down, but it's rebounded nicely. He'll get it back inside on the floor. Good head fake. There's the shot, and that one does not fall. But the Eagles working so hard on the board. Wilkinson to Horton. Ball poked away, but a foul will be called against the Lancers. So great, really hard work by the Eagles down low.
Oh, it really is. We were talking about Liberty's offensive rebound. Now at the other end, Pine Creek doing a great job keeping balls alive. They end up drawing the foul that goes against Dalen Smith, his second in this game.
There's another three attempt, no good. Wilkinson missed that one. He just hasn't found his rhythm here in this second half.
He's had two good looks on those last two possessions on balls that looked like they were going down, and he just can't get one to fall tonight.
Lancers have the ball in the corner, knocked out of bounds. Wilkinson knocked it away from Valentine. It'll stay with the Lancers. One more Liberty foul, and the Eagles will be in the bonus in this contest. Smith draws the foul. That one will go against number 10, Cameron Horton.
Horton picks up his second. Dalen Smith gave just a little quick head fake, used the left hand to get in the lane. He picks up, or he draws the foul, I should say, on Horton. Now a substitution, and Guidry will come out of the game. Back into the game, Peyton Westfall. Peyton Westfall is going to try to get some looks from beyond the arc. He's got 15 tonight. He's hit 5 3-pointers, and they're going to try to get him some looks offensively.
And as you can see, the Lancers are now in the bonus. Smith calmly steps up and knocks down the free throw. 5-point advantage for the Lancers. Smith. Second one on the way, and that one does not go, and a nice rebound pulled down by Yeager. Wilkinson way up top. Pham has it. Lancers sticking with that zone, trying to keep Pine Creek out of the lane. Doesn't work. That was Horton who went up for the shot, missed it all, but he is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line.
Nice move by Horton as he gets the baseline. There's a good look at it. Little up and under move, and he gets fouled on the play. The foul's called on Levi Valentine, his third. Going to the line, Cameron Horton. 78% free throw shooter on the season. First time he's been to the line.
And he missed that one. And you can hear the crowd in the background starting to pick up the tempo. They are rallying their respective teams.
Good look at the Liberty fans. We just saw Pine Creek right before that. Great atmosphere in the building tonight.
I love it, man. I really do. This is what makes it so much fun. Great atmosphere. Free throw is good. Horton makes one of two, and now the Eagles will come with a little bit of a press and then back off, allowing the Lancers to bring the ball down the court. Under 5 to go in the fourth quarter. Valentine inside to Norwood. He had a wide open look and missed the 3-footer. Here come the Eagles. Down by 4. Ball in the corner. Pham. Nice pass inside to Horton, and the layup no good. Pulled down by Dalen Smith, and he is fouled, and the Lancers going back to the free throw line.
Foul's going to be called on Colton Yeager, his third of the game. What a look Cameron Horton had, and came up just a little short. He was in some serious traffic, couldn't quite get that one to the rim. Dalen Smith goes up, gets his 5th rebound of the game, and he's right back to the free throw line. Dalen Smith, the senior, has 14 tonight.
He's played well tonight at the whistle. Substitutions for Liberty. Bryce Kazuski will come into the game, and Isaiah Nicholson, a junior, a 6'6" junior, bringing some more height off the bench, is Ivan Chambers.
Ivan Chambers just looked in at his team, and I could just read his lips. No fouls, what he said.
Free throw is up and good. Also checking in, Tyler Lynch. 6'1" senior for the Lancers. And on the Eagles side, Max Lofi comes back into the game, and Colton Yeager will take a rest.
Well, we were wondering how long the Pine Creek coach Joe Roush would keep Lofi on the bench. He has those 4 fouls. You got to get him back in. At some point, he comes back in with 4.5 left.
Free throw missed, but pulled back down. Good call. The ball is lost as Nicholson just came in, pulled down the offensive rebound, and then lost it. Ball in the corner. There's Westfall. Oh boy, if he gets hot, the Eagles are on fire. That was just what they needed as they are down 2.
Westfall with 18 tonight.
Smith misses and tapped back up and in. Not sure if Smith got that one or Isaiah Nicholson, but it counts either way. Joe Roush yelling at his team, they've got to box out. They have to box out. Wilkinson back up top to Pham. Under 4 to go. Lofi passes inside, quick out to Wilkinson. He's got it. Great ball movement by the Eagles, and Wilkinson hits it big for Pine Creek.
Yeah, Wilkinson's got 2 threes in this 4th quarter, but like you said, Vince, great ball movement. Cameron Horton with the assist on that play. Ivan Chambers now wants a timeout. This will be a 30 taken by Liberty, but boy, these two teams, you mentioned early in the game, a heavyweight fight. Back and forth, a 3 by Pine Creek. Smith gets a tip in, another 3 by Wilkinson. Here's a good look at it. That's Wilkinson's 3 from the corner.
Well, you know, that ball goes so high up, it's hard to follow. And then the tip in down low, that really had Joe Roush upset that his players were not boxing out down there. And then going to the timeout called by Liberty, Wilkinson hits a big 3. The Eagles are back to within 1. They were down 5 just a moment ago.
Yeah, they can get back in it quickly. The way they shoot the basketball, Peyton Westfall has got 6 3-pointers tonight, 18 points. Wilkinson, we said he was having trouble getting his shot to fall. He's hit 2 threes in this quarter, getting Pine Creek right back in this one.
The intensity is picking up on both student sections. Liberty has the ball. They get it into Smith. Horton guarding Smith. Oslavsky and Lofi. We talked about that matchup in the first half. Lofi has to be careful. He's got 4 fouls. Valentine has it. Looks like the Lancers going back to that patient offense. Move and find the open man. Make the Eagles spread out that defense.
And taking a little time off the clock as well.
Under 3 to go. Smith. Guarded by Horton. Smith all the way to the basket. Shot up, and it is good, but no! An offensive foul called against Dalen Smith. Good defending by Peyton Westfall. Take another look.
Boy, Peyton Westfall gets there. That's an awful close play. Westfall gets into the lane. Ivan Chambers, of course, the coach of Liberty, he didn't like that one at all. The basket did go, wave it off as Dalen Smith picks up his 3rd of this game.
That's a tough one. He was moving the feet a little bit, and then Smith tried to get out of the way. On top of that, nonetheless, the Eagles have a chance to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter. Horton bounces. Westfall drives, kicks it in the corner, and now another offensive foul. So Westfall took the charge at the other end. This time he's called for the charge.
Yeah, this time he's going to pick it up. Boslavsky, and there's a good look at Sean Boslavsky standing in there holding his ground as the penalty, or the foul I should say, goes against Westfall. His 2nd of this game. Possession goes to Liberty.
2.5 to go. 1-point game. Boslavsky going against Lofi. Lancers got a good look last time, but called for the offensive foul. Let's see if the patience works again for Ivan Chambers and his Lancers. Spin move. And then brought back up. Boslavsky to the corner. Valentine opts to pass it back up top. Gave up the 3 look. Rivas working against Pham. Will hand the ball down in the corner. Valentine. Under 2 to go. Again, the Lancers being really patient offensively.
Max Lofi is guarding Boslavsky about 40 feet from the basket.
And there's a layup. No good backside help from Westfall. Quickly down the floor. Horton layup. Swatted away. Pham has it. Kicks it back out to Wilkinson. Guarded by Valentine. Holy smokes, what a play. And now a double dribble call. Turnover against Peyton Westfall, and the Lancers get the ball back.
Holy cow, let's take a look at it right here. Dalen Smith coming from the backside gets all ball on that one. There's a good look at Dalen Smith, the senior. A huge block shot on what looked like it was going to be a sure layup for Cameron Horton.
1:24 to go. Liberty gets the ball in. Boslavsky is double teamed and he is fouled. It'll be interesting to see who they call the foul on this time.
Lofi was there, but they're going to call it on Horton. Number 10, Cam Horton, gets his third, and Sean Boslavsky had 3 white jerseys around him. Nowhere to go with. I like the move, though. He took the ball, put it on the floor. A good low dribble, little power dribble as he got fouled on the play. He goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
And the first one is up and no good. A rare miss for the leading scorer on the Lancers team.
Normally a 78% free throw shooter.
Second free throw is good. Eagles have the basketball, have to have a bucket here. Wilkinson to Lofi. Lancers back in a man-to-man defense, stolen away by Rivas. He's got one to beat. He's got Lofi. No, he missed it, but tipped up and in by Dalen Smith, following up the miss. And the Lancers are fired up with a 4-point advantage.
How about the defense by Liberty, Vince? That's where it all starts. The block shot by Dalen Smith. The turnover by Rivas. He misses it. Smith gets back for the tip in. It starts on the defensive end. Here's a good look. Here's Rivas. Nice little spin to get around Lofi. Dalen Smith follows it up with the tip in. Dalen Smith with 17 tonight for the Lancers.
Well, Dave, you talked about defense, and this entire quarter, Liberty has been playing a high zone. They have been really forcing Pine Creek to try and hit that outside shot. On that possession, they go man-to-man, and they create that turnover so quickly. Good job of switching up defenses by the Lancers.
They really have. And Ivan Chambers, we talked about the tempo of the game. It was a little racehorse basketball in the first half. Then they came out in the third quarter, really slowed things down. And you mentioned early in the game, Liberty going for the upset. The reason is Pine Creek's 10-2 overall this season. The state RPI, they're number 13 in the state. They're off to a great start this season. Liberty giving them a good run tonight, and it's all started on the defensive end.
Well, if the Lancers can hold on and win this one, Fountain Fort Carson is 3-0 in the league. Pine Creek 3-1. And then you had Liberty coming in at league play at 1-2. So this would be a really big win for the Lancers. Now there's a long way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Anything can happen in a minute and 2 seconds.
It sure can. Yeah, 62 seconds left. And the way Pine Creek can shoot the basketball, especially Peyton Westfall, Grant Wilkinson hasn't gotten going yet. He's bringing the ball up right now.
And you see the Lancers have gone back to that man-to-man defense. Good switching up top. Wilkinson cannot get it to go. The Eagles have really had some great looks, Dave, but unfortunately the ball's rolled off the rim, not into the basket. Pham for 3. Yes! What an answer from Kenny Pham. The junior guard has cut it to 1, and another timeout is taken. Take a look. How key have these shots been by both of these teams tonight? Huge shot. Look at the distance. Kenny Pham about 5 points behind the arc. He's got 2 red jerseys right in his face. Kenny Pham has 9 points tonight, a little over his season average. And just when it looked like Liberty, they had a chance at that rebound, they didn't get it. Pine Creek gets that offensive board, puts back a 3, and now it's a 1-point game. The Lancers are up. And there was really no celebration by Kenny Pham. He knocked it down. He starts playing defense, goes right back to the bench.
Yep.
He's ready to go. And that's what makes championship teams. There's been no letdown from the Eagles tonight, and Liberty has thrown everything they can at this team.
Everything they can, and they just can't seem to pull away. They've had leads of 4 and 5 throughout this second half, and they just can't seem to extend it. Grant Wilkinson, you feel sorry for the senior. He just cannot get any anything to fall. He's had some good looks. He keeps battling. He's got 6 rebounds on the night, a couple of assists as well, but his teammates are picking it up. Westfall's hit some threes. Kenny Pham just hit a huge one. 42 seconds left. Lancers up by 1. They have the ball into their own basket.
Lancers get it in and expect the Eagles to probably foul right away. Ball comes in. No foul yet, and look at a wide open player at the other end of the court is Valentine. That's how you break the press. And now with 33 seconds to go, the Eagles find themselves down 3. And here's the thing, Dave. Liberty can foul 2 more times before they even put Pine Creek in the bonus. Shot is missed. Smith with the rebound, and he is fouled right away. And Dalen Smith will go back to the free throw line where he can make this a 2-possession game.
There's a great look at Dalen Smith. What a fourth quarter he's had. Remember the huge block shot. He made the pass that led to the layup by Levi Valentine. Here it comes right here. Look at the look. Up the court, Valentine gets the easy basket, and then at the other end, it's Dalen Smith going up in traffic, getting the rebound, and drawing the foul. He's had a heck of a fourth quarter.
21.3 seconds to go. Pine Creek has called another timeout, and the strategy here has to be, if Smith misses this free throw, you've got time. You've got 23 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
If he makes it, you're going to have to really get down and get a shot off in a real hurry.
Yeah, and they can. I mean, they've got enough shooters. Kenny Pham's hit some threes. Wilkinson with 2 in this quarter, and of course, Peyton Westfall has been red hot all night. Peyton Westfall probably hasn't shot enough tonight. If they could get him a few more looks, and this might be the time, whether you get a made free throw or a miss, try to get Peyton Westfall a good look from behind the arc.
Absolutely, and on the other side, if Smith does make these free throws, or if he doesn't make these free throws, again, the Lancers have 2 fouls to give before they put Pine Creek in the bonus. You let them dribble, take a little time off the clock, quick foul.
You got to do it, and do it in the backcourt. Don't do it in a shooting situation, obviously, and give them a chance at 3. But coming out of the timeout, Dalen Smith to the free throw line, 4 for 6 tonight from the line on the season. A 70% free throw shooter. He's got 17 points tonight. Boslavsky has got 18 to lead Liberty.
Big free throws coming up here for Smith. First one is on the way, and it is good. One more coming for Dalen Smith. The 6'4" senior has had a great basketball game tonight. Second free throw is on the way, and it is good. It's a 5-point advantage. Lancers drop back. They're not going to foul. Wilkinson looks for a screen from Horton, drives in, doesn't get it to go. Again, ball on the floor, and Boslavsky has it, and that very well may do it. He's fouled in the backcourt by Horton, but only 8.5 seconds to go, and free throws coming for the Lancers.
And again, Grant Wilkinson just cannot get anything to fall tonight. Down 5, they're going to take the quick 2. Wilkinson goes in, goes up for the layup, just can't get that one to go. And on that last foul, that was Cameron Horton's 5th of the game, so Horton will come out of the game for Pine Creek. Blake Hatchell, the junior, will replace him. Sean Boslavsky at the free throw line with a 5-point lead.
Lancers will drop back. Not worried about any rebound in case of a miss here. Free throw is good. 53-47. Both of these teams under their scoring average for the season, so a credit to the Lancers defense tonight, holding the Eagles well short. Boslavsky misses. Back comes Pine Creek. Uncontested 3 put up and missed. Ball is on the floor, picked up by Valentine, and that is going to do it. The Liberty Lancers have pulled off a bit of an upset here at Pine Creek tonight as they knock off Pine Creek 53-47 in what was an excellent basketball game tonight.
This was a great ball game between 2 great teams in the Colorado Springs Metro League, and 2 teams that know each other very, very well. They will meet again later. That should be a great one, but this was a heck of a basketball game and a good win for Liberty to knock off Pine Creek.
Well, we're not done just yet. We're going to step aside momentarily. We'll come back with some highlights of this one and wrap things up from Pine Creek High School. You're watching 20 TV. Thanks for joining us tonight on 20 TV. It's been a pleasure having you with us for this great doubleheader tonight, where earlier this evening the Lancers beat the Doherty Spartans here on the ladies' side, and then in the nightcap the Liberty Lancers pull off the upset as they too beat the Pine Creek Eagles here at Pine Creek 53-47. And Dave, you really couldn't have asked for a better outcome for this game. Obviously the Eagles wish they would have won, but boy, did we get our money's worth tonight. Both teams played great.
What a great basketball game on both ends of the floor. We had great defense, we had great shooting by both teams, and we'll take a look at the highlights from this one.
Westfall starts it off for the Eagles. He couldn't miss in that first half. Takes the pass in the corner from Wilkinson. High arcing shot. He again was really powerful for Pine Creek early, but then you knew you could not hold Sean Bozovsky in check. He really brought his game tonight and stepped it up for his teammates when they really needed him.
And there he is on the defensive end with the steal, takes it all the way in, gets the left-handed layup, and here's Liberty once again. There's Caleb Norwood inside with the easy bucket.
Defense was a real key. The Eagles kept trying to fight their way back. Lofi hits from outside, and then down the lane is Smith, who really, he might have had the best game of anybody tonight on that Liberty side. He was on the rebounding, he was on shooting side of it defensively, and then putting it away late is Bozlovsky and Rivas. Follow up by Smith. And that's pretty much your ball game.
Really is. And here's Dalen Smith again. A good look down low. Sets up Levi Valentine. You see how many baskets Liberty got in transition. They got it on the defensive end. They forced the turnovers. They capitalized on offense. Liberty gets their 7th win of the season.
We've got a lot of teams bunched atop the Metro League this week. They, with this win tonight, Lancers even up their league record at 2-2. Again, great effort by the Eagles, just coming up a little bit short here at their home gym.
Yeah, really did. I mean, you can't fault the effort from either team. I thought we saw a great basketball team, as we usually do when we do 20 TV games, and especially when these two get together.
We can't thank you enough for being with us tonight for our great 20 TV crew. For Dave Toller, for myself, Vince Greco, thanks for being with us. Can't wait to do this again soon. Have a great night, everyone.